there. So this request comes to us from Superfly Lee over at cupofcoffee.com. Thank you, Superfly Lee, for this request and for your support. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can do that at cupofcoffee.com. The link is in the description box. This is Mission Souls Family Band doing Avenged Sevenfold, So Far Away.
Never feared for anything, never shamed but never free. A life that healed the broken heart with all that it could. Lived a life so endlessly, saw beyond what others see. I tried to heal your broken heart with all that I could. Will you stay? Will you stay away forever? How do I live without the ones I love? Time still turns the pages of the book it's burned. Place and time always on my mind. I have so much to say, but you're so far away. Plans of what our futures hold, foolish lives are growing old. It seems so invincible, the truth is so cold. A final song, a last request, perfect chapter laid to rest. And now and then I try to find a place in my mind where you can stay. You can stay away forever. How do I live without the ones I love? Time still turns the pages of the book it's burned. Place and time always on my mind. I have so much to say, but you're so far away.
So did you like it? My son is a gigantic fan of Avenged Sevenfold, as are many people I know. The thing that tells you this band really appeals to the analog in me as opposed to the digital, because of the way Dad, makes his decisions on what he's going to do here. Or maybe they're making them as musicians because they have to play the instruments. Notice you have both guitarists here beginning the song, and I'm not taking anything away from the rhythm section, but we're talking about the guitars here for the moment. And then back here, you have Naisha on this semi-hollow electric, bringing a fullness to the guitar work in this song. Now this happens vocally and in the lead section and in the rhythm section throughout this song. Fattens up the tone, gets it nice and big and healthy, and then the compression and the limit, the gates and that kind of thing come in and smooth it all out, and it has a great sound, which Dad is just excelling at whatever he wants to do. So I love this. When I say analog, what I'm talking about is a lot of this can be duplicated digitally. You don't have to do this, but they do it, and they know why they do it. They do it because it's authentic. It gives the song the authenticity that it needs. This sounds phenomenal.
Never feared for anything, never shamed but never free. A life that healed a broken heart.
Because you're adding that acoustic presence behind the electric guitars. Now, the electrics can be fiddled with digitally. You can get this big, fat acoustic sound. You can double a track. All kinds of ways to do this. But the way they're doing it is, to me, the way you would have to pull it off live. Or at least try to do it this way. You might run out of people. I don't know. But if you have some friends, bring them along and get them to bring their guitars, and you can do that. So let's go ahead.
Broken heart with all that it could. Lived a life so endlessly. Saw beyond what others see. I tried to heal your broken heart with all that I could.
Now listen to Nasa's walk this bass. A nice smooth walk.
Life so endlessly. Saw beyond what others see. I tried to heal your broken heart with all that I could. Will you stay? Will you stay away forever? How do I live without the ones I love?
Now I could hear that background vocal, but I didn't see the inset immediately, and I thought, okay, did they do this digitally? Because it's so faint.
Time still turns the pages of the book.
But no, there we were, and I think I missed it just again here. Here we go. All right.
Still turns the pages of the book. It's burned. Place and time always on my mind. I have so much to say, but you're so far away. Plans of what our futures hold. Foolish lives are grown.
Now, I haven't been paying attention. I don't know if this acoustic is all the way through this song or just in these verses.
Time still turns the pages of the book. It's burned.
Sounds like it's all the way through the song, and then they put the inset in to remind you or to let you see it happen. Let's move a little forward in the song here.
Without the ones I love, time still turns the pages of the book. It's burned. Place and time always on my mind. I have so much to say, but you're so far away.
Okay, so what you see Naisha using, in case you don't know, and I barely know about it because not being a lead guitarist, I've never used one, but I've seen plenty of them, and this is an E-bow. Now, the E-bow is a unique way to sustain a note. You can put it over the string, and it will carry that note, help that, or cause that string to carry that note forever. And you'll hear her do this. I never used one because I felt like I didn't want to have to pick one of these up live on stage and use it. And they were kind of new when I was still playing. So I didn't even know if they were tested in true technology yet. And I thought, wow, that'd be my luck, right? So instead, I've seen them used a lot in watching these various videos, and they do a great job. So because she's capoed, it's more difficult to get that sustain than if the string were open. And so this E-bow is sort of an aid to that.
I'm not afraid. The ones that we love are here with me. They away a place for me.
Now you see how the E-bow amplifies the note as well as sustains it, and she doesn't even have to pick this lead.
'Cause as soon as I'm done, I'll be on my way to live eternally.
And that also allowed her to pull those harmonics that she needed in there. They were light, but they were there. That was such a boss move right there. Listen to that bend. Did you hear how that chattered? I love it. I'm going to hear it again. That's a great sound out of that Paul. It really is. So let's move here forward to the Fender and the Paul both working this lead. Oh, we'll speak also about, let's see if I can catch this.
You left remains, but it's so hard to stay. When I have so much to say, but you're so far away.
Okay, here's another example of going the extra mile to me to get this analog sound. And that is what we're about to see in the insets. Now again, this could have been chorused. It could have been just double track, copied and paste in the software. Instead, she's playing both sides of the tracks, left and right. Now, why is that important? For those of you who don't play guitar, or any instrument for that matter, because this works with any instrument, piano, or why is that important? Let's watch what she's about to do here, okay? And follow her fingers on the neck. Okay, so she's playing the exact same guitar, capoed at the exact same fret, the 3rd fret, and she's playing the same E minor arrangement, the same A minor, the same D major. She's doing all that exactly the same way. There are no variances between the chords, like she's not playing a bar chord for one of them and an open chord for the other. So what she's doing is she's playing exactly the same way twice. And that's like having two guitarists in the studio playing the same line. So it has a depth, it has a nuance to it that is not present if you just take one performance of that and digitally duplicate it. Follow me? Because then it's the exact same performance twice, rather than two people giving two performances of the same line. There's a difference there, believe me, when you hear it. And this, to me, is where digital falls short. You know, there's a lot of places I think digital falls short, but I'm an analog guy. You know, I want to wind my watch. No, I don't, but you know what I mean. So now we move into this lead section here. Now let's listen to Stacy, and then she's going to throw this over to Naisha, all right? So here we go. Now, right when she began the vocals, Naisha took over the lead so that Stacy could sing and focus on what she's doing, right? The other thing that I want to point out is when she begins the solo, back here at around 3:51, I think, Naisha leans into her bass. You get a real, all of a sudden she's really thumping it, right? Really bringing the thunder. And you could tell that because when she hit that high note with her pinky finger, she made sure she really gave it a good slap. So now we'll move forward to where it's passed off to Naisha. And listen to the difference between the Paul and the... I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm just saying listen to the difference in the tone. So there you have it. These four youngsters can hold an audience all by themselves. This was a great job of arrangement, a great job of tonal awareness, right down to the drum kit. That Marshall rat-a-tat-tat sound that needed to be there instead of this big 80s thunder thing we used to hear all the time. Everything just cooked the way it should. So, anyway, get in the comments. Tell me what you thought. If this seems a little disjointed, my camera froze on me, as I've explained in another video. And I've had to sort of splice in the ending part of this. But my enthusiasm for this wonderful family band has not been frozen or daunted in any way. So I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I will see you later. Okay, bye now.